Outbreak Island, a game that we covered back in May of 2023, has seen some massive developments over the past year and is hopefully releasing very soon. Now, this is developed by Tiny Magicians and published by Hype Train Digital. We've covered a lot of Hype Train games on the channel, and Outbreak Island seems to be pretty damn cool. It looks like a sort of horror survival game. You'll survive on a remote island where a mysterious outbreak awakens bloodthirsty monsters at night. You'll be crafting, building, and defending your base in the brutal world of Outbreak Island, an open-world sandbox survival horror game. Now, everything that we've seen so far looks pretty damn good. There was a playable demo around about a year and a half ago, and that was interesting. It seems like, judging by the screenshots and the new trailer, which is playing in the background, they have changed so much. We'll show some footage of what it used to look like in just a second, but the trailer is currently playing on in the background. Now, the team have released loads and loads of stuff over the past few months. Tuesday, the 1st of October, they released new devlog showing new items, quests, locations. In August, they reworked the shooting mechanics, new vehicle locations and customizations. There's been a ton of updates to the game. So as you can hear in the most recent devlog, they've added loads and loads of new items. So some scrap, rifle, bandages, drinks, tapes, all sorts of random little bits that are going to be keeping the game more engaging, as the team have said. Now, the island was pretty cool originally. I loved what they did with it. It was definitely more horror-esque and a little bit more FPS than survival. But it seems like with the new additions, they're sort of evening out that FPS and survival scale, which I do like. I like the idea of that, just plateauing it a little bit, making it a bit more fine-tuned and in the middle of the two genres. Now, when it comes to survival, you're going to need to use a lot of different items. Weapons, firewood, oil, food, and a wide range of crafting resources. And as you can see here, there is a ton of new things to be able to build. Beforehand, we couldn't build standard items. We could add solar panels to a pre-existing base and add storage to it. But as you can see here, we can add greenhouses, sheds, power inverters, solar panels, water pipes. And to do that, we're also going to need a whole host of new tools, such as the saw, screwdriver, scissors, wrench, hand drill. They've also added a whole host of new storage containers, because now you cannot carry everything around as you could beforehand. Beforehand, you'd only need 1 or 2 items to build and upgrade things, and obviously a weapon and your camera. Now, all you're going to need is a lot more than that to build, upgrade, maintain, and survive. So now we'll be able to store things in storage containers. There's also going to be a brand new quest log, which is going to help you streamline and go through the process of getting through the island and the various quests that it offers a little bit smoother, a little bit easier. Beforehand, it was relatively simple. You could go from A to B, do your objective, and then go back to your base without too many issues. But there were niggly quests that had you looking for little bits and bobs that were dotted around, and they were relatively difficult to find, wouldn't really show you where and how to find them. So it does sort of handhold a little bit, and it seems like this will help you a little bit more, which, I don't mind, it depends on your playstyle. Some people like to have that open, no holds barred, you do what you want to do, and if you come across a quest, great. Other people do like that structure to it. So yes, I'm going to build and do what I want to do, but also I can go by a structure, build my base when and as I want to build it. So I do like how they are doing this now. It's going to be a little bit easier. They've also now added a compass to the game, which wasn't in beforehand. And it did make traversing the map relatively complex because the map is absolutely insane. It is huge. There is stuff everywhere, and it would tell you to head to a certain direction, and, well, you didn't really know. You had to go somewhere, get really high up, and then look around and see if you could spot that on the map. Now, with that compass, at least you're going to know and have a bit of a heading, and as you can see, there are markers for your vehicle and objective on there, so you're not going to be getting as lost as you were beforehand. They've also added swimming mechanics, which is great because you're on an island, and there is actually quite a large amount of things just off of the island. So being able to get out, go swim around, and search some of the sunken and abandoned areas on the island, in some of the rivers and lakes that are there, and off the coast, is going to be quite cool. There's a lot of fishing villages that are dotted around the outskirts of the island, so being able to swim around those, we might be able to find some pretty good loot. There's also been brand new locations added. They're going to continue to fill the island with new locations right up until the release into early access. And for that, by the way, we still don't have a date. each holding pieces of puzzles which will help you discover the island's secrets and find a lot of loot to keep you surviving. So the first place they've added is the new cemetery. As you can see, looks pretty damn creepy. Probably be good at night. And then I like these sort of bandstands, should we say? They do look quite cool. And then there's also going to be a brand new army training ground. So as you can see here, this is the military training ground. As you can see there, mentioned back to the swimming aspect, there's loads of ships there that have partially sunk. And we will be finding some good loot in these areas. One thing that I really did enjoy when playing the game back over a year ago now was just going around and exploring things. You'd find some pretty cool resources and weaponry just hidden in random locations. And I do like a game that has you exploring for items to use and not just going through quest lines, which is quite cool. But yeah, as you can see, obviously we've got the shipwrecks at the back and then the target area here. And then what looks to be a obstacle course, which I'm definitely going to be giving that a blast. And the radio tower there and a watchtower. So could be quite interesting to see. And then to make the survival mechanics a little bit more complex, they've now added a sleep mechanic. It is vital for your survival. They've added a whole fatigue system and the ability to restore your energy by sleeping. You'll be able to sleep in a watchtower or in your farmhouse, where this will have you save your game and recover your energy, which is relatively cool, straightforward, similar to most survival games. Have a nap, restores everything, bish bash bosh. Now, there's also going to be a way to improve the new base that you're going to have. Beforehand, you'd stop in a sort of factory area that was relatively run down. Now, your stop is a farm. You can't build a base wherever you want, but there are certain locations dotted across the map which you can customize and make your own. Now, the farm is a dilapidated, rundown farmhouse which you can bring back to life. So as you can see here, it is all a little bit battered, and then we can do some improvements to make things look a little bit better. Now, these things I'm assuming are going to be usable as well for storage or maybe something else, I'm not sure. But as you can see, everything's getting battered, and then you will slowly build up and improve upon this and make it your own home, which I do like. Now, as mentioned, we don't have a release date yet for Outbreak Island, but I did love my time playing the game. I thought it was loads and loads of fun, and I hope we get some more news soon. The last bit of news we got from these guys was on the 1st of October, so around about 5 weeks ago at the time of this video going out. Hopefully, we do find some more things. What do you guys think, though? Are you excited for Outbreak Island? Do you like the look of it? Check out the rest of the videos we've done on Outbreak Island. They're in the top right-hand corner. For now, though, thank you for watching. I've been Wired, you've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.